What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Suplex City Geeks. And joining me today, well, it's Steve, obviously, if you don't know. Um, and joining me today, I got Brian. What's
What's
good,
up,
dude?
guys?
Chillin', chillin'. What's good, dude? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. So bit of a disclaimer to all you guys listening is I actually watched zero wrestling this week.
Oh no,
I'm completely unprepared for today's episode.
it's okay, it's okay. But what we can do, we could start off with what you possibly watched. Because I know we spoke about it briefly, which was Money in the Bank. Because that happened last week, essentially. Did
I
you watch some of that?
I saw like maybe a bit in piece. It's
Okay,
been a busy. It's been a busy week.
that's fair. That's
From
fair.
that night on, it's been just busy.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm still in the moving process, people.
No, I know you are. I know.
I get like
Just fucking
one
with you.
weekend day out of right. It's like because think about it. It's like my wife and I get a weekend together because she works, right?
Yeah,
And so like we get one weekend day to do something and one weekend day to bust ass cleaning.
that's fair.
And
Yeah,
then I do whatever I can midweek to like, on the weekdays to like get stuff done so she doesn't have to do all of it. And then I'm also running around after the children
yeah. No, that's fair.
who are
It's
who are
completely
who are
understandable.
at who are at the age where they're actually literally running.
Literally.
And they're saying it. They're like, especially Charlotte. She's like running, running. It's adorable, but I'm like, I'm so out of breath. This is why I'm back into DDP yoga.
Yay! That's always a good thing.
Yeah.
Well, cool, cool. That's good. That's good. So I did watch a good amount of wrestling. A decent amount. We're not gonna go over everything because, of course, that'll just take forever to get through
Mm-hmm.
this. But like we could start. I mean, we could go, chronologically. And Money in the Bank was actually last weekend. Um, and that was a decent event actually. Like it was
Until
fun
until they gave it to Austin Theory.
until the main
Like
event.
what is the hype with him?
Yeah, like I get it. He's like he's what Vince loves, and he's a beefy dude. But I his character just doesn't appeal to me.
No,
Like,
me
yes, he
neither.
he can wrestle, he can do his thing, fair.
It's nothing against him and his performance in ring. It's just that whole
His
character is kind of
character, yes,
mediocre.
yeah.
Hey,
But the funny thing is, like, he has a very similar character as you can compare it to like Sammy Guevara, which we've said on the show before.
mm-hmm.
But Sammy has the charisma to to cover the fact that he can be a douchebag in the ring at times.
And I'm gonna correct you here. I think we should probably be saying had and refer to Sammy in the past tense because we think he died going off that
That's
cage.
right. Yeah. He did fall off the cage during the blood and guts.
So
Yeah.
it's almost like we need to refer to him
In past tense.
in past tense. Yeah,
The ghost of.
the ghost of Sammy Guevara.
Yeah. Yeah. But see, I get that Vince is like completely enamored with Austin Theory, or just
Mm-hmm.
Theory as they go by now.
Yeah.
But as far as like, uh, he's one of those characters. Like, yeah, I can go without him. I can.
He sort of he sort of reminds me of what they tried to do with John Cena before John Cena became John Cena.
Right, which is totally understandable why they're doing the whole John Cena coming back and then him having words with John Cena. I
Right.
get that. Also, because it was what the 20th anniversary of him a couple weeks ago that we spoke about.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Where
but it's like, why compare him to somebody that's actually like that great? I get it. You want to. I'm not even gonna say that great because I'm not even a fan of John Cena like that, especially his wrestling stuff. Like outside of wrestling, he's fucking awesome.
I,
But
I, I John Cena for me, not even. I'm not about the 5 moves of doom. It's all about. Um, to me, it's all about the way he presents himself in the ring, the promos he cuts,
Right.
and then everything else outside of the ring, from his Make a Wish, history making Make a
Oh
Wish
no, like
winners.
he's done so much shit, and I get
I
it.
mean,
And
and then you got PG Cena, and then you're like, oh, he's Peacemaker now.
yeah, which I'm
And
cool with that. Like I have
yeah,
no problem with PC with Peacemaker, Cena, or like everything else that he's done in Hollywood. 'Cause it's all been pretty damn good.
I mean, I still love 12 Rounds, his second film.
I don't remember watching that movie,
I haven't seen it in
but
so long. Like
yeah.
I remember I bought it on DVD, not even Blu-ray, DVD.
Dang,
Because
son.
Blu-ray, I think at the time, Blu-ray players were like
Super
fucking
expensive.
$300, $400.
Yeah,
Now
no.
like now they're
It's
like
like it's like
150.
buying a PlayStation.
Mm-hmm. And now
Yeah,
it's
no,
like $50. And
of course. And
um,
now everything comes with it anyway.
right. Uh, and like I bought it and I watched it and I was like, huh, like this is actually enjoyable. Um, you know, but
And that's completely fair.
like, what's next for Theory? Is he gonna wrestle, and then become like the Marine Five?
Which I would not be surprised.
Yeah.
But from what it looks like, is that they're trying to plan for Cena and Theory.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly, definitely not going to happen at SummerSlam because SummerSlam is just like a couple weeks from now. But possibly, what by next WrestleMania,
Mm-hmm.
maybe before then. But that's what I'm thinking. That where they're gonna go from here if they're going to do some type of a deal with Cena actually doing and coming back to wrestle. It wouldn't be until then.
Right. And
Yeah,
I just realized with the light behind my head and my long hair and beard, I have a Jesus motif going on right now.
yeah, you do,
The metal Jesus.
do.
Uh,
The metal god.
uh
Yeah, that's fair.
so yeah, I'm still trying to figure out the situation in this bedroom for podcasting.
Well, it's completely understandable, dude. It's
Yeah.
completely
Well,
understandable.
well, for podcasting, you just need my voice, but I mean, in general, for live streaming,
Yeah,
yeah. If,
but yeah, no, I get it. I get it. You want to be presentable.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I understand. I understand. For the thousands and thousands of people.
And for the millions watching at home.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
I almost, I actually almost broke out my sleeve because I had cut the sleeves off ways back, but my
Nice.
original fucking DX T-shirt,
Nice.
like it still says WWF, like
Of
it's
course. Of course.
like when we were packing and like throwing like clothes out and stuff. I immediately grabbed that as like, no, this comes.
Yeah.
Like
This
this is
does
not
not
gonna
go
go.
away.
This
Yeah.
has been. I mean, come on. We've been friends with
This is
DX since
vintage.
1996.
All right.
You know, or yeah, like 96 they established.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, the whole thing WWE has been kind of meh with things.
Yeah,
Uh,
very.
you know what? We'll talk about it for a minute, but not hype on the whole thing. This isn't going to be the Vince McMahon episode, but like, how is he still relevant with everything going on and all the fans are fucking cheering him more now than ever before?
Like we said the last time, like some people aren't paying attention to what's going on. They don't. They don't
I can't.
really notice it. They don't. They're just like, oh yeah, I got tickets for this, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna go pay for it. And I'm gonna go see it. I'm gonna go watch it because I watched it since I was a kid, which is totally
Right.
understandable.
But you know,
Kind of goes with the fact that like I'm going to Raw next week,
right.
but what I told you is that I actually bought it because on Ticketmaster they also do the second, like you buy it from Ticketmaster, but you're actually buying it from a resale, so So I
Mm-hmm.
bought it from another person that actually bought tickets and sold theirs. So essentially, I'm not giving money to them. So, yay.
Yay. I'm just waiting for AEW's Grand Slam to finally go up. It's not on the
Yes,
website yet.
that should be it. Should be going up next week. I think they
Okay.
said the 22nd or something like that.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah, it's
As I,
gonna be
as
dope.
I've state as I've stated in previous episodes, traveling to and especially back after 5 hours of craziness
Mm-hmm.
from Arthur Ashe Stadium is going to be so much easier
Absolutely.
now.
Because all you gotta do is essentially just take the fucking the 7 all the way over to fucking Queens.
uh, no, I think it's I think I got the Q and transferred over to 7, something like that. But
Yeah.
something like that. But it's like I'd easily. I don't care if I have to take the A B C of alphabet trains. Like it's the trains take you to where you need to be, and you don't have to like stand there waiting for a bus for
Oh, for sure. For
each way
sure.
to get home.
Yeah.
Um,
And that's if the bus decides to show up.
that's if it shows up. Yeah,
Yeah.
the Phantom, like as Alex stated on
Yeah.
the
On
20th
the last
episode,
episode,
or
yeah.
yeah, the
Uh-huh.
last episode of the Inner City Geeks podcast was like the Phantom bus. It shows up on
Mm-hmm.
the map.
Yep.
Um, so no, like as for back to wrestling, but like or back to the main thing with wrestling, it's like
Mm-hmm.
I, this whole thing with Vince. It's like $12 million of hush money,
Yep.
and it's just like okay.
Yeah.
But no, I mean it's you're gonna go and have a good time. It's because again you got it, third party sales, so like you're not giving him money.
Yeah. No.
And when you go, just like when you went to NXT, like you're gonna have a good time just being there.
Yeah. Exactly.
Especially because Raw is always like full of surprises, despite we know things already.
Right.
I'm sure.
But is
I'm
it
sure.
really full of surprises? Because they
Yeah.
don't do a lot for 3 hours. They don't do a lot.
No, it's a bunch of talking
Yeah. Yeah.
and one match.
It's a lot of talking, dude. One thing that we can't say is like, this week's SmackDown was, SmackDown is usually 2 hours long.
Uh-huh.
They only had 15 minutes of wrestling on 2 hours of show.
That's pathetic.
Yeah. And
Meanwhile,
the main event
yeah.
was on Rampage was Orange Cassidy versus who was it going up against? Tony Nese.
Yeah.
And that match by itself was 15 minutes long. So for a 1 hour show, having a 15-minute match compared to 15 minutes for a 2 hour show, was like, what are you doing?
You're paying for promos, you're paying for commercials, you're paying for merchandise sales. But meanwhile,
It's
you
insane.
actually put
It's
your ticket to
insane.
go to wrestling.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then you got AEW, who never disappoints.
Yeah. They have. I haven't been disappointed yet.
Even on their slowest, there are moments where like I'm like, okay, this match is kind of meh, but it's like it's one match, an entirety of a 2 to 3 hour show.
Yeah.
Or
well, it's 2 hours on TV. It's 2 hours on
well,
TV for first off for Dynamite. It's 2 hours.
But now, if you take something like Grand Slam, where it's 5 hours of wrestling, because you got Dark, then you got the main show, then you got Rampage. It's all this wrestling, right? All these hours of wrestling. It's like you got maybe 1 or 2 mediocre matches.
Yep.
But then
which are essentially the dark matches.
Yeah, but then
because they're not great, but they're decent. They're good fillers.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, but it's cool. It sucks that you're only getting with so much from something that's so huge. Yeah, it's just like it's kind of devastating for people that are like legit super fans of the WWE.
Yeah.
But people still watch it. People still give into it. So I guess
And
something's getting done right.
and wrestling related, Netflix canceled the docu
Yeah.
series
Yeah.
on Vince McMahon because of this
Yep.
bullshit.
It's complete bullshit. Well,
Mm-hmm.
the documentary is them pulling the documentary is not bullshit.
No,
All
it's all the other things with Vince is bullshit.
yeah, absolutely. It's it's very upsetting sometimes. I think,
Well, I
but
mean, it it's upsetting, even though you kind of knew shit from ways back.
yeah,
Because I mean,
yeah, we knew he was
you
an
were
ass.
right. It's like if you think about Snuka, you cheered him on, and he's a
Mm-hmm.
legend.
Yep.
But the man literally beat his girlfriend to death.
Yep.
Um, and then only reason why he was going back to court is because he wrote a memoir and the story didn't match up.
Mm-hmm.
And then fast forward to other things like Hulk Hogan wasn't a nice guy when I met him. He was going through his bitter divorce with Linda, and like he was just kind of dickish to me. And I was like,
But
really,
I heard he is quite dickish, regardless
he is.
whether it was a divorce or not.
True point. Like, I mean, if you think about how much he was getting booed at Mania.
I loved it. It was great.
Yeah. Which I wonder if they're ever gonna do that bio with Hemsworth. Because I know it was like supposedly
They
gonna
might.
happen, and
It looks like it's gonna happen. They haven't said anything otherwise.
okay. But then you fast forward on, fucking Chris Benoit and everything that went on. That
Yeah, yeah.
like, the one night stand. Right, it was the ECW one night stand pay per view where he was set to
Mm-hmm.
be crowned champion and didn't
Yep.
show up, and they're like, "What happened? What happened? What happened?" And then, or
Mm-hmm.
you know what? Just how about instead of me just rambling on about shows, just
Yeah.
um,
Well, we can go right into this one because the what one of the things that I kind of want to talk about was
oh, I'm sorry. I was just gonna say I was just gonna say if anything, just watch all of Dark Side of the Ring.
yeah, you can do that
Yeah.
too. You can watch Dark Side of the Ring because that basically breaks it all down.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, there's so many things in wrestling that like
Yeah.
it's upsetting because as an adult you're like, well, you just crushed the kid in me by being that way because
Mm-hmm.
you look up to
Mm-hmm.
these people.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, it's like that's you know, at least like the few that I've met in the past have all some have been really really chill. Like the late Crash Holly was really friendly.
Mm-hmm.
Mick Foley, he signed my book, the
Yeah.
original book.
Have a nice day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that the one that had him on the back cover was all his injuries?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then
I have that book.
I haven't read that book in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But then you think who else that I've met in the past that has been chill as fuck? Rob Van Dam, probably one of the sweetest guys on the planet.
He seems cool. He seems cool. He doesn't seem like a dick.
Triple H was super nice. I met him in 2002.
Okay. Okay.
I met Test. He was chill. R.I.P. Test. Like
I did not know he died.
you didn't know Test died?
No, I didn't know that.
Test died in like 2003.
Really?
He broke up with Barbie Blank and or Kelly, and he basically OD'd on pills and whatnot. And like when they found him, he was surrounded by like pizza and like orange soda, and then pills and alcohol.
Pizza was the killer.
Yeah, absolutely. It's probably just really bad pizza from Florida.
Yeah, I would not be surprised because there's a lot of that over here.
You probably get a $1 slice from Manhattan that's better.
Yeah, that does not that's completely fair.
But no, and then of course Chris Jericho. I met him Um,
A few times.
a couple of times, especially the last being at a toy fair back in 2020 before the end of the world. Um, but like it's you gotta try to like differentiate the person from the company at this point because you have all this shit going on,
Oh
but
yeah,
none of it
absolutely. Yeah.
matters because we're still pissed that Roman Reigns is champion.
Yeah, yeah, and the funny thing is, like, he is the Universal Champion or the
Yeah,
undisputed champion,
right.
but yet he's not defending it.
Yeah, it's like he's doing what The Rock
Oh no,
did.
but
The
when he
Rock,
does defend it, it's gonna be against the same person that we've seen him fight like 15 times.
oh yeah, Lesnar again. Like, how about we give somebody else? Um, yeah, like how about we give it to somebody else? Give it
Yeah,
to
for sure.
give it to like I don't know. Give it to
Anybody
Theory.
else, honestly, anybody else. Like, I'm sorry to say it like that. Like, he's good. He's good. He does his thing. He's awesome in the ring. He shoots awesome promos. He does
Mm-hmm.
really good.
He's loved
But
backstage by everybody.
yes, at this point, he's held it for over 2 years.
Yeah.
Like, I'm kind of done. Like, when are they gonna give it up? When is he not gonna be the main player there? It's nothing against him. He's cool. He's a good dude. But like, just that is what's one of the things. It's like, why? Why is he still holding on to the damn title or this championship? Like, because they don't say title over there. Um, but yeah, it's one of those things. Just like, why? But whatever. That's neither here nor there. I guess that's just our gripes. I guess you can say, and that's cool with it because we're not the only one to think that way. Because there's a lot of
No,
people that are like, yo, like,
there's
come
there's
on.
fans all there's fans all across the world that are like going like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, yeah. And plus, like, they also don't have any real competition for him at the moment.
Mm-mm.
There's no real baby faces that can match to him at the moment.
No, not at all.
The only one that's a baby face now is who? Who's the only baby face now, really, over there?
In the Lesnar.
And that's it. And he's only there part time.
Yeah.
Edge hasn't really come back yet.
Edge
Nobody
will
else
probably
really.
be he's either gonna be super babyface when he gets back, or he's gonna be extra heel and do something to his old faction. Um,
His whole faction had pretty much disappeared because they're
right.
doing stuff, but they're not. Nobody's really giving a fuck about them, especially now that Rhea Ripley's not there anymore. Well,
Yeah, I
she's
mean,
still there, but she's
no,
not doing anything.
she's done for a while. I mean, she has a literal heart monitor installed into her,
Yeah, which
so
is
like,
yeah,
not good.
yeah, not good.
So
Don't worry. No more bumps for her.
no. Um, I mean, yeah. I mean, who really knows anymore with that company?
Yeah, I don't
Um,
see anybody that's standing out that much to be like, oh yes, this person could be champion. I could probably say, like, to me, the only person that could possibly go for that, but at this point, he's good, but he's not like, oh my god, he's not like big time yet. Is
yeah,
Braun Breaker? He's good, but he hasn't
he's
made
not
it
ready.
to that level yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's not ready.
Exactly, like, he's good, he's really good, but he hasn't gotten there
Right.
to be like, oh yeah, we're gonna put you up against Roman Reigns, because at that point they're setting him up for failure if they're gonna do that.
Uh-huh. Uh, it, I forget. Isn't Breaker's one of the Steiner's kids, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. He's Rick Steiner's kid. Um,
correct.
so like, I mean, he has talent. It's there, but he's still so like rookie or
He's still
young.
semi green.
He's still very green. Um, yeah, but yeah, I can't think of any. I mean, unless now with Theory they just have him cash in and have him be champ, or are they gonna do that stupid thing where like he wrestles, puts his briefcase up, and then loses. You
Which
know?
would be dumb. It'll be dumb that we suffered for him actually winning the Money in the Bank,
Yeah.
the men's Money in the Bank, and then
Yeah. Well, I mean,
because we could have had so many other people that actually made it there. Because honestly, like going back to Money in the Bank, which is something that we started off and just went off on a huge tangent.
mm,
Um, they could have had Drew McIntyre win the Money in the Bank,
yeah,
but they didn't.
better. They could have had Riddle.
Yeah, Riddle, which is
Just
the guy that they've been pushing to give him a huge babyface push in general. Like
mm-hmm.
he's been
And there you
trying
go.
to win.
There's your full time baby face.
Yeah, and nothing.
Nothing.
It's sad what they're doing over there,
Yeah,
but
it
it's
really is.
still entertaining, I guess. Like I still enjoy it from time to time. There's still a lot of things that are just like, why? But
Yeah, I mean, there are things I still watch. Like I'll watch clips of like certain promos of certain people and whatever, and
right,
I'm just like, okay, I caught up.
yeah, exactly. Like I did that, and now it's done. Okay, fine. Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. Nah, but going like I said, we're going back to Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank was actually not that bad. The women's Money in the Bank, which is probably like one of the highlights of the entire thing, in
Yeah,
which Asuka, Becky Lynch, who was Lacey Evans, and Raquel Rodriguez and Shotzi were all really fucking good in the ring. There was a couple times that that Shotzi, fucked up, and which her fuck up led to people just shitting on her so fucking hard online to the point that she pretty much deleted her fucking Twitter account.
so she basically shotzied.
Yeah. She took the Shotzi,
She took
and
the shotzi.
yeah,
I was gonna say
uh,
for her botches,
yeah,
she overshotzy.
yeah. She overshotzied. Wow. Yeah. But like, it sucks that people online are so fucking vicious on
Mm-hmm.
to the point that they're like, yo, like, why are you even wrestling? They literally said that, like, why are you wrestling? Take away your time. Take away your contract. Like, what the fuck, dude? People don't know that, you know,
It's the
don't
same
care that people have
people.
feelings.
It's the same people that bullied what's Kelly Tran off of Twitter
Right?
for
Exactly. Yeah.
Narrator and Star Wars. It's like who gives a shit? Like she's an actress who playing a part,
Right. Exactly.
you know. And so to compare, I mean, really, Shotzi's an actress playing a part.
Yep.
You know, like the person behind the character is real and fucking hurt. You know, like
Absolutely.
hurt to the point where she's like, well, fuck everyone, and that's that.
It's sad that it gets to that point, though.
Yeah,
It's
it
sad
really
that people
is.
don't have the common decency to be like, yo, like, these people actually do have feelings, and they don't want to get shit on.
Right.
But the thing is that they do that all the time because they did that to tons of people. They did that to fucking. They did that to Rhea Ripley, who we just spoke about. They did it.
Mm-hmm.
They've done it to tons of fucking people, and you're just like,
Right.
Jesus, man.
Think about how the think about how everything went on with the artist formerly known as Paige.
Mm-hmm.
When Surya had all that stuff come out, I mean, granted, yeah, there were lots of that.
Yeah.
Um, but um, despite all that stuff, it's like the people that would not stop and just bullied her and berated her, and it's just
Mm-hmm.
like who cares,
Yeah.
you know?
Exactly.
And so like at least WWE said now that she's not there anymore, they were like, "You're this is always your home."
which is nice because they essentially like they've made tons of money off of her. They're not like it,
Yeah.
and plus like she also didn't shit on them either. So she was like, okay, yeah,
No,
I'm
no.
done with it. I'm
I
just not
mean,
coming back.
she wants to see if she can get cleared elsewhere and just go.
Yeah.
I mean, if you go back and think about Brian Danielson when he was still Daniel Bryan, he fought and
Mm-hmm.
fought and fought and fought and fought, saying I'm okay.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, no, no, no. I mean, and then finally it was like, well, like I'm gonna leave. No, 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 don't leave.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
you're cleared. Which is how it sort of felt like it went down.
Well, which is kind of what's going on now is because like Danielson is pretty much cleared to wrestle. But Tony Khan's pretty much like, yo, like we know the amount of concussion that you've had in the past,
Right,
and we don't want shit to go wrong now.
right. Well, I mean, I was talking about his time with WWE.
Oh yeah, no, but even
Yeah.
now, that
I
they've
mean,
had so
it's
much
like,
shit in the past.
yeah, but I mean, sure, it could be about the concussions, but I think he tweaked his knee worse than he thought when he slipped down the ramp.
It's a possibility, but the main reason why this is going on now is because he had a concussion during the Anarchy in the Arena match.
Got it.
That's what caused him to not continue for Blood and Guts and for the Forbidden Door.
Right.
But there's just so much shit there. Also, like Adam Cole's not wrestling. There's so many people that before
Adam
that
Cole.
specifically.
Yeah, Adam Cole had also like a concussion obtained at
Yeah.
Forbidden Door.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Which is crazy.
so like, I mean, it goes back to what we were saying before. It's like these people are real people with real injuries. Like, don't shit on them.
Yeah, and people are also shitting on people's like they're body shaming on people now too. Like, yo, dude, like, what the fuck?
Well, my personal favorite one is the Jordan Grace comeback.
Yeah, that's always fun.
It's the inside of a woman's thigh. Ever see one?
Uh huh. Yeah, yeah. Nah, but even this past week, they were shitting on Eddie Kingston and how he's not who you would expect to be, a top wrestler or whatever. He's not,
He's a because he looks like he has like your average. He has like dad bod. He has like your
he
average
has a
body
dad
height.
bod, exactly, exactly.
But like, if you think about it, I mean,
Yeah. Also, they were saying the same thing about Adam Cole. He's not as tight as he used to be, and how he looks very like flimsy in times, which is whatever.
whatever.
Right,
But I
right,
mean,
yeah, exactly,
if you look at Jericho, Jericho's body type has shifted back and forth so many times, and then
exactly,
and then
exactly.
the last time, because of his pulmonary, the pulmonary embolism that he had in his lungs, where basically they were like, well, change your diet like now, and you know he rested and healed and changed his diet and did some DDP yoga, and like now he looks like he's 35. So,
Which is awesome.
which is awesome, but like, stop fucking body shaming people. It's bullshit.
Yeah, you never saw anybody saying anything like this about, well, that we know of, about Dusty Rhodes.
Right?
He was a big dude.
Well, yeah.
He wasn't tiny. They weren't saying things like, yeah, they probably did say things about Yokozuna, but of course that's because he was a sumo wrestler, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot of dudes that even back then weren't, the fittest of dudes, not like fucking bodybuilders types that we see now for the most part. Which is kind of why I like AEW. They don't have just the big brolic dudes. They have regular dudes for the most part. Like there's like look at half of their roster. They're not necessarily the biggest, but they're average sized dudes.
Right. So yeah, it's like just stop body shaming people.
Yeah, big time.
Um, but no, like as for what do you call it? As for Roman Reigns still being champion for like well over 2 years, it's just like
It's insane, dude.
it's fucking insane.
No, but there's a lot of things going on. It's just like, oh, why do they do it this way? But I get it because that's what people enjoy watching it because they keep watching it. Millions and millions of people continue to watch it, and
Mm-hmm.
until that changes, their whole thing isn't going to be changing either.
Yeah, I know. It's
It's crazy.
anyway. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Are we going to continue with Money in the Bank?
all right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
Liv Morgan.
yeah. Liv Morgan wound up winning the title. No, wait. She won the Money in the
Briefcase.
Bank, which is a fun match. It was a really fun match. And then she continued at the end to actually
She cashed in on
cash it
Ronda.
in on Ronda Rousey,
Well,
or
wait.
as you at one point were saying, Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who you said that you heard that she gave it up because she was like a
From
muscle
what from
bitch.
what from what I read online, yes, from what I read online, they were basically saying that the reason why she um gave up the title is because she kind of didn't want it in the first place. She was like, I'm kind of done with being champ. Because there wasn't any real competition for her.
Right.
Because if you really think about it, she's gone through everybody there already.
Mm-hmm.
Like nobody's new there. They only have like 10 people on the entire roster, the entire women's roster.
Yeah.
Um,
I know.
and half of them are like on tag teams because a lot of them don't want to change from being in a tag team.
And I know that I know that Ronda versus Liv Morgan is the thing for the rematch clause.
Right? Yeah, that's happening.
Which
That's supposed to be happening at Survivor Series.
which do you think we're gonna keep Liv Morgan as champion, or you
I would
think
hope
it's
so.
well, all things considered?
Yeah, I would
You
hope
know,
so.
um,
Because
they're real.
that's one thing that I don't want is if for them to go back and forth with the title again.
Mm-hmm.
Like keep it straight with one person.
Yeah.
See where this goes. See how far she could hold on to it.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, of course, it's storytelling and stuff, but
I mean,
see if she can put it. She can put because we know she can put her all into it because this is something that she's been dreaming of since a child.
mm-hmm.
She's
Yeah.
always wanted to be that, and there hasn't been somebody that is actually deserving of it as of late.
Yeah.
Because everybody that's
Um.
pretty much there has had it at one point.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Everybody that's good enough has had it at one point.
Yeah.
So why not give it to somebody brand new to
And
give it a whole new feel to that foot to that that lore that's gonna be there.
I did actually see the finish to that match. And it was really nice to see. It didn't end in like terror. It ended where like Ronda shook her hand and hugged her.
Right, exactly.
It's like here you go. You earn this.
Yeah, and she did because
It,
she's actually good.
she is. She's impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Um. Oh yeah. So actually, now talking more about WWE is like, is it official yet? Are Sasha and Naomi released? Or are they still like
I don't know. I don't know. It's
posing
it's
for
still it's
Suplex?
still up in the air because one thing is that neither one of them haven't shown up yet since then.
Mm-hmm.
Since they left in March. Also, none of their merch is up. They also have finally been taken off of the internal roster.
Mm-hmm.
with essentially saying like, yeah, they technically don't work here anymore, but they're not basically saying, yeah, they don't work here anymore.
Right. So that's weird.
It's very weird. It's a very weird situation. It's all up in the air still.
Mm-hmm.
But we have seen Naomi actually tweeting stuff as of late. Just random things here and there, congratulating people with that win and stuff like that. And I think she congratulated Liv Morgan for winning.
I saw that. Yeah.
Um, but there hasn't really been anything else outside of it. And Sasha Banks, of course, hasn't done anything that I've noticed.
Yeah.
Um,
She's been radio silent.
right. So it's up in the air to see where what's going on with it. Um, but it's interesting still. It's still interesting to see um, where the story is going to go and how things are going to play out. Because of course, um, it's still a lot of money that's still on the table for both of them
Mm-hmm.
on both sides. Whether it's WWE giving them money or them actually making more money, um, it's still there. So who knows? Who knows? Especially since Naomi is about to be out of a contract, but of course it's on pause because of all this shit. Um, but we'll see. We'll see what's going on with that because I still don't fucking know. Would I like to see them back? Yeah, maybe. Would I like to see them as a yeah? Because that's one thing too. Like there is no tag titles. There's no women's tag champions in was it Raw that they were on, or was it SmackDown?
I forget.
Right. Well, I haven't really seen any other women's tag champions anywhere else because that was pretty much just left there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Um, but it's gonna be interesting to see what how the story plays out and if they're gonna stay there or not. There's some other thing that happened with another person this past weekend was at a house show where Natalia pretty much got pissed off and pretty much ended the match and walked out, which was kind of interesting. It's kind of funny because I believe it was Liv Morgan pinned her in the ring or whatever. And they were talking shit to each other, but at least when it was happening or whatever. And then she was just like whatever. It looked like she got pissed off and she just walked out. So and nobody's really heard anything or said anything,
Right.
to my knowledge, from what I saw. Um, could she be pissed off that they're still going on with this,
Who
or that
knows?
they're not pushing her character in any specific way because she's been there for the longest.
Yeah, she's like one of the originals of
She-
like
right,
of this era.
right, exactly. And she's been there for a while, and then she essentially she's what do you call it, a veteran there.
Yeah.
She's one of the only women wrestlers that's been there for the longest at the
She's
moment,
been
right?
there. I mean, she started when like Trish and Lita were at their
Right,
height.
exactly. So like a good 10, 15 years already,
Yeah,
just there.
just there.
Yeah,
Started there.
kind of the way that Cesaro was there for a while, and he's not there anymore. He was there for almost 10 years,
Yeah.
or for a little more than 10 years, I think probably 11 or so. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how things could essentially crumble over there.
It really
Um,
is.
but we'll see what else goes on over there. Um, what else did we have on the docket? So we were briefly talking about Jordan Grace earlier.
Uh-huh.
We're jumping everywhere. Uh, Jordan Grace, who we know is pretty badass. She's good. But the other day, well, last week on Twitter, she pretty much said some really dark shit, which is kind of fucked up. But like I understand it, I get it. The reason why she did it, she was upset about something. Um, but she tweeted basically saying that this is gonna be like she said this is gonna be the coldest take I've ever tweeted on this app. I already know y'all are gonna get mad. She said, "I don't think Chris Benoit could 100% hang with most of the present day wrestlers today. Most of the best wrestlers today. He would not he would not be able to remember the matches. Also, may he burn in hell. Amen."
It's pretty dark.
Yeah, that's really fucking dark. Granted, for those that don't know, Chris Benoit killed his wife and his son,
Mm-hmm.
and then killed himself afterwards. Which is one of the reasons why he's pretty much been blacklisted from everything. You don't see him on anything anymore over there,
I
whether
mean,
it's
they
commercials or
so
even on online where he has all this other shit.
they had to literally do a retraction episode.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, because they considered him one of the greatest. And granted, yes, his in ring style, which is something that we were talking about earlier as well, the in ring and the professionalism and the real life. In ring, fantastic wrestler. Probably I'll say it too. Like he's one of the best of all time, in my opinion. But what he did personally, deplorable as fuck.
Yeah,
But that's one thing that a lot of people don't get. Like you gotta have that balance. And it's crazy. That's crazy. She was fucked up. And then so what she did this week, she actually she got to speak with David Benoit, which is one of his kids that wasn't thankfully there that day, and they had a conversation about CT and all the things that lead to essentially what happened because Chris Benoit was pretty much fucked up all the time because he had CT. He had a lot of issues, a lot of traumatic issues to his head.
yeah.
Um, and she pretty much came out this week and said, "Last week I made an irresponsible and unnecessary tweet. Regardless of how my personal emotions influence my opinion, I should have recognized the impact my words would have on friends and family close to the situation. I was completely thoughtless in that regard. Since reflecting this past week, I've reached out privately to friends and family and that I angered or hurt." So she reached out to pretty much everybody that was a lot of the people that were within the wrestling community that
Yeah.
was like, yeah, that were pretty fucked
Like
up and pissed off about it.
I just happened to pull up my Instagram, and I follow David Benoit on Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
just like I follow her, and he took a picture. Like the FaceTime
Yeah.
thing, and it's or the Instagram Live thing rather, and yeah, so angry hurt. Amongst those was David Benoit, who's supporting me in the decision to partner and fundraise with the Concussion Legacy Foundation, formerly Sports Legacy Institute. She pledged
Mm-hmm.
$5,000 and linking the fundraiser in comments. I'm acutely aware that the damage has been done. I will never intentionally add on to the suffering of those already dealing with such a traumatic event, and I'm sorry for my insensitivity and aggravating this already delicate topic. So at least like she straight up, apologized. And I get it. People say shit they shouldn't. We all do.
We all do. We all do.
But like, I mean, it also has to be really hard on David Benoit because he loved his dad, and he's also and
Oh, for
companies
sure.
and WWE won't hire him because he looks so much like Chris, in my opinion. That
Yeah,
and he's a
that
Benoit.
does surprise me.
Yeah, that and he's a Benoit. Um, I'd love to
And
see
if
him
they
change.
would, they'd probably change his name to something else.
Yeah, but like, I would love to see him in AEW though.
That'd be great. That'd be fantastic, especially since Jericho's over there, because Jericho was it was his right hand man for a while.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Him and Guerrero, Eddie.
Yeah. In fact, in the in in the song "Army of One" uh, by Fozzy off their Boombox album.
The new
Um,
album.
yeah, the new album. Like, let's see. I hate when like you Google lyrics and it's like there's more than one Army of One song.
You have to be specific.
I know. So like, well, it's like there was once upon a time. I wanted to see the lyrics to an Iced Earth track, Come with May," and then like it would pull up fucking Moulin Rouge. That's not it. Uh, but yeah, like, um, where is it? Where is it? Where is this fucking? Sorry, I'm trying to read through the lyrics here.
It's okay.
Uh,
It's okay. But it's a good song. It is a really good
it
song.
is.
Yeah. Very touching.
Yeah, it's a very touching song. Or actually, was it not that track? Like,
It's okay.
let,
It's okay.
so keep going. I'll get to the lyrics. I'll
Yeah.
interrupt you at some point.
Yeah. But it's cool that she have pretty much, she fesses up to the shit that she did and how she affected people, and she sees it, and she apologized for it, which is great, because that's one step further, one step closer to actually being,
Yeah,
being the way you
actually,
want to be.
and sorry, it was I Still Burn. It was Army of One, same album
Nice, nice.
and the lyric is, "I put a million miles upon these bones, living out this villain I portray. There's nothing left of me after the show. The devil made a deal I can't break. And so I paid the dues, filled the rooms, watched some good friends gone too soon. There's nothing worse, it always hurts. I still carry them deep within. They're with me like they're guardians, and their souls still stir, and I still burn." And it's basically, if you think about it, I mean, in wrestling, that's like, how many people has he lost? He lost Eddie, he lost
Yep.
Benoit, recently
Mm-hmm.
Brody,
Mm-hmm.
you know? Um, fucking, and then people backstage. I mean, I'm sure Dusty Rhodes is part of
Oh
that.
yeah.
I'm sure, like,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I'm sure referee Tim White was part of that.
Yep.
So
Even though it was way before time, but like he wrote it way before he passed and stuff, but it's stuff that still resonates, because
mm-hmm.
it it's it's some sad shit though when you see people just pass that you've experienced life with for a while.
Yeah, so true.
Yeah, so yeah, good times.
Yay. Or
Yeah,
I mean, shit. Just I mean, I don't know how long the song was out before, or written before Scott Hall, but Scott Hall.
right. Yeah, yeah.
Like there's so many fucking. I guess the point is, it's like, um, we all say shit we shouldn't say because we also
Mm-hmm.
never know what the next moment's gonna bring.
Right, exactly. Yep.
You know, like, I mean, we just don't. So like, no, I'm glad she realized she made a mistake, and she learned from it. Now just
Yeah,
let her
it's,
be.
that like I said, that's a huge step forward.
Just still let her be the appropriate Jordan Grace that we know and vile on other things.
Yeah, and she is the women's champion over at Impact as well.
Yeah, that's right.
And she's also a pretty good Twitter follower because she talks shit just like fucking Nyla Rose does.
Like I said, I want that. I want that feud.
Yeah, that
I
would
want
be
that
a
Twitter feud.
great feud. Hell yeah, that'd be awesome. That would be fucking fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're both fucking hilarious. Yeah, if you want to see more Nyla Rose, also you can watch the Hey EW this week where Nyla Rose and Vicky Guerrero were both talking with RJ City. It's a
Right.
really fun episode. Go check that out as well. Um, then there was some more wrestling that I watched this weekend. That was actually pretty cool because um, there's a lot of shit that happens all the fucking time. And one thing that I watched yesterday, which is today we're recording on Monday, but yesterday, which was obviously Sunday if it wasn't Monday, duh. Um, but there's a lot of indie wrestlings and tons of indie wrestlings. It's like okay, a lot of it tends to be garbage and shit. But this was actually really fun. This was really entertaining, and I'm talking about Jersey Championship Wrestling's the Great American. What is it? The Great American Birthday Bash. Essentially, it was supposed to be for in celebrating the 4th of July and stuff. Obviously, there was a bunch that went down last weekend, and that didn't happen, of course. So they moved it to this week, and it was actually really fun. Um, there was a lot of cool matches. One of my favorite matches on the card was actually Nick Wayne versus Billy Starks, who it was a mixed gender match. Billy Starks is a female, really fucking cool, really good. Nick Wayne is one of those dudes that recently he essentially is signed to AEW, but being that he is a minor, that's not happening at the moment.
Mm.
Um, Kind of the same way with Negative One. He's signed, but you're not gonna see him wrestling in the WWE ring
Right.
or in the
In
AEW
AEW.
ring anytime. Yeah,
Right. He's still like what 12 now.
right, exactly. Yeah,
He has at least another 8 years.
yeah, exactly.
Well,
So
I mean, you could probably or can you wrestle at 18?
not legally, you could wrestle like on the indies and stuff possibly, but you have to have parental significance, you know, and also like you can't really do a lot of that, the shows because most shows tend to be at nighttime,
Right.
so can't be on the road that time. At least the laws say so. But this match was actually really fucking fun. There was one point in the match where Billy Starks hit Nick Wayne on the apron with a destroyer with a like no it was an atomic assault. Fucking nuts move. She slammed him on the thing and he pretty much like looked like he fucking died afterwards. Because you hit him on the edge of the apron. Usually, what tends to happen is like you fall because that's like what they always say is like that's the hardest part of the ring. That's what's gonna happen is you get hurt. You can't get hurt. Um, and it looked absolutely nuts. Probably one of my favorite parts of the match. Really fucking good. So much, so much fun shit happened on that show. I really enjoyed a lot of it. Another match that was really fun was Mike Bailey, who we've seen over. He's everywhere. He is currently the what is it, the X Division champion over there at Impact, and he wasn't defending the championship, but it was a really good match. It was actually the opener uh, against Axton. Forget his first name, but it was a really fun match. A lot of close falls, but it was really fun. I love seeing Mike Bailey in the ring because he's fucking good. Like no matter how you look at it, like he wrestles without shoes, very similar to Riddle, but he's fucking really good. He mixes his martial arts styles with the wrestling and the high flying and everything. It's fucking great. So definitely, if you still haven't watched Impact, go check out fucking Impact, or you could just watch this show as well that I'm talking about, which is the GCW Great American Birthday Bash. So you find that on YouTube's. That's where I saw it. Um, then they had one of the main event before the main event was Los Hermanos Lee, which is Dragon Lee and Dralistico versus Gringo Blanco, like white guy, and ASF in a lucha match. I fucking love lucha matches. They're so fucking fun.
Because
Um,
those guys put in work.
yeah, they really fucking do. So fucking fun. Uh, and it's el Gringo Loco. That's what it is, not El Gringo Blanco. Um, fucking good. So fucking fun. Uh, Dragon Lee and Realistico, they're both we've seen them before. They've been in AAA. They've been all over the place. Um, and they still bring their fucking A game, even at a small indie show in Jersey, of all places. Like it's fucking good, dude. They were really good. So if you haven't watched that, check. Well, obviously I'm talking about you probably haven't watched it, but check it out. Like I said, and then the main event is a dude that we've seen in AEW a bunch as of late. He's been on Dynamite. He's been on Rampage. He's been on Dark. Um, and it's Takeshita Kanoka Takeshita. Yeah, Takeshita. It was fucking great. He's fucking great. Right? On Dynamite, he actually opened up Dynamite against Eddie Kingston. Banger of a fucking match. And then he went up against who they call on he's a GCW guy, but he's also in JCW because GCW and JCW are technically like sister corporations or whatever. But he calls himself the Ratty Daddy, which is pretty funny because his dad's name is Raderick. So, which makes sense. I get it. It was a fun fucking match too. Of course, we know Takeshita. He's so fucking good. He's a hard hitter. He has so much potential. Like I cannot wait to see where his career goes. I want to see how far he goes. I want to see where he's gonna end up. Because, like I said, he's so fucking good. Um, and this week he's going up against Moxley on Dynamite for the interim title. That's so exciting.
Yeah.
Granted, we know that he's not gonna wind up winning the title, but
the match
still gonna be a badass match. It's gonna be a badass fucking match. This match was also really fucking good. So, like, if you guys have a chance and you guys want to watch something, you want to watch some wrestling, go look up GCW Great American Birthday Bash on the YouTubes. It's there. It's free. Obviously, if it's YouTube, it's for the most part, it's free. But this was actually fun, free and fun. Definitely worth checking out. So watch that. It's fucking good. It's a really good thing. Also, Effie Alia Cat, fucking fantastic. Ali Catch, and Effie, fucking great. I fucking love their their tag team name. It's Bussy. Fucking hilarious. They're so good at the ring. They have like great back and forth as a team. It's fucking awesome. and they both come out to. Well, originally they Effie usually came out with to Elton John's Yellow Brick Road.
That's great. That's awesome.
Yeah. When do you see a dude wrestler come out to Elton John? Period.
Mm-hmm.
But now as Bussy, they come out to I guess the modern remix. I think it's like what was it, Nicki Minaj or something like that. The person that used a cover, well, not necessarily a cover of, but a sample of Yellow Brick Road in one of their songs. I'm assuming, I'm pretty sure it is Nicki Minaj or something like that. But still, really good in the ring, both of them. Um, I like it, dude. I like how they do things. It's fucking good. They went up against Delirious and Edith. Um, great. Everybody on the show was really fucking good. I fucking loved it. Some people that we also see in a bunch of places. Masha Slamovich, who's fucking great. She I saw her over on Impact. She's one of the Impact girls or whatever.
Okay.
She was there. She had a three-way match with Janai Kai, who we've seen on AEW a bunch, and Snow. I forget her first name, but it was a great match. Masha Slamovich won. It was great. It was fun. It was a fun event. So definitely check out uh JCW. It's on there. It's on the YouTubes, like I said. But also check out Billy Starks and Nick Wayne. If you haven't seen either one of them, um, do it because they're great. They're both really good, and they're both really young. So to watch them where they are at the moment, being really good at the moment, just thinking about where they could possibly go and where their careers can head is pretty fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, go check them out. Is there anything else we want to add to the show?
We have Wardlow versus Orange Cassidy Wednesday.
Oh yes, that should be
TNT
fun.
Championship.
Yes, that should be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I love that Wardlow won the title last week because we didn't talk about that.
Right.
And I loved also that he won it at the very beginning of the fucking show.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
I love that Wardlow is getting so much of a push right now.
I love it. I love it.
Because he's
Especially
so
since he
fucking
was
good.
he was like the lackey for so long.
I know, and it's like he's so he's so fucking good in ring, and it's not just his in ring. Like his promos are really good.
They've gotten a lot better
They have, they have.
because when he first started doing the promos by himself, it was like,
Mm-hmm.
eh. But he's gotten a lot better, which is good. Which is really good because if especially if you want to be a champ, you have to be able to talk.
Yeah, your mic cut out.
Hello, my
Yeah,
mic
there
just
you
went off.
are.
Um, am I still here? Can you hear me,
Here,
Brian?
I hear you now. Yes,
Yes, no, Brian.
yes, I hear you. Did my sound cut out now? Did my sound cut out? Hello.
Can you hear me?
I hear you. Can you hear me?
You sound super far.
I'm literally not though.
Okay.
You
Yeah, that's fucking weird.
gotta love
Um,
technical difficulties.
yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it.
Like I'm so
Lots.
close to the mic, I could probably swallow it.
That's fun.
Right.
Yeah, I need to figure out what the fuck is going on with this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, that's another edit point. Great. Uh,
Yay, edits.
yeah, editing. That's what I love to do. I don't mind it. Um, so I guess we're pretty much done with the show. What do you have? Do you have anything to add on to the show? Are you ready for adding more stuff? Or are you good?
I'm good. I got nothing.
Okay. Um, you know where to find us. Industry Geeks. Industry Geeks site, man. All the shit's over there. Find us on the Facey Space, on the Twitters, on the Instagrams. You can also find this show specifically on the Suplex City Geeks on Twitter. Find us over there. Where can we find you, Brian?
You could find me on Twitter and Instagram, both BRI2J Presents. You could check out bri2jpresents.com for more, and there will be videos up on the Bri2J Presents YouTube channel sooner than later.
Nice. And you can find me on the Instagram and the Twitter at Mr. Jackal, MASCERJACKAL. And that wraps it the fuck up. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for checking us out. Thank you guys for having the patience when all this all the shit's going on over here. We appreciate you guys and wish you all the best with your future endeavors.